Between track A and B, some of you must be asking, which one should I go for as an undergraduate? I understand your concerns, so please pay attention to my answer. The Chinese government CSC Scholarship 2026 is officially here. And guess what? It's fully funded even for undergraduates, that's bachelor students. Yay! That means tuition, accommodation, monthly stipend, and health insurance all covered. So in this video, I will break down how to apply for 2026 CSC Undergraduate Scholarship, who's eligible, what documents you need, and how to avoid the mistakes that make many applicants out there miss their chance. So if you watch this video to the end, you can be sure to expect my recommendation about which exact route, type A or B, for you to follow to achieve your dream, meaning less hassle. Hi, my name is Jane, and you are absolutely welcome to my channel, where we talk about all things faith and growth. Okay, let's go. First things first. What exactly does this scholarship entail, especially for undergraduates? The CSC, this Chinese Scholarship Council CSC, manages one of the biggest scholarship programs in the world, supporting both local and international students for bachelor's, master's, and PhD studies. Actually, there are three main types. Type A, which is the embassy track. You apply through the Chinese embassy in your home country. So if you're from Nigeria, apply through there. And then you have type B, which is university track. You apply directly to a Chinese university that participates in the CSC program. And then you have type C, which is every other channel aside from these first two. That means through partner institutions or specific provincial programs. Now, for bachelor students, type A and B are the most common, and both actually can lead to fully funded opportunities. Now, let's talk benefits, because this is the part that excites most people. You talk about tuition fees, you talk about free on-campus accommodation or housing allowance, you talk about monthly stipend. Currently, it's about 2,500 RMB per month for undergraduates. And then you talk about comprehensive medical insurance. And in some cases, universities even provide Chinese language preparatory courses for students before starting their degree. Of course, it's all covered in the scholarship. Okay, let's move on to timelines, when to apply. The CSC application for the 2026 intake typically opens in December 2025 and runs until early April 2026, depending on the university or embassy. Now, embassy track deadlines, on the other hand, vary by country. So if you are from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Kenya, India, or elsewhere, you should check your local Chinese embassy website around November or December for announcements. University track, that's type B, deadlines depend on each university, usually between January and March. All right, let's move on to eligibility criteria. To qualify for the CSC Undergraduate Scholarship, first of all, you must be a non-Chinese citizen in good health. You should be under 25 years old by the time of the admission, and you should have completed high school, have your WAEC, NECO, GCE or equivalent certificate, and then you meet university academic and language requirements. This could be English proficiency like IELTS or MOI letter or HSK studies if your program is taught in Chinese. Now, if you graduated from a place where English is the medium of instruction, many universities usually accept a MOI letter instead of IELTS. So basically, you don't have to worry about anything in that regard. All right, let's move on to required documents. Essentially, you will need to prepare these documents carefully and neatly, because incomplete or wrong uploads are the top reasons applications get rejected. So here is your CSC checklist. Your CSC application form from the CSC portal, www.china.org, and then a highest diploma or graduation certificate notarized, and then academic transcripts. and then your study plan or a personal statement, whatever that is applicable to you. Okay, and then you talk about recommendation letters too from your teachers or school officials. That shouldn't be hard to get, I believe. And then you talk about passport copy. It should be valid for at least a year. And then medical examination form, that is foreigner physical exam form. And then non-criminal record certificate where required. And then language certificate, HSK or proof of English proficiency. And then admission letter if applying under type B and already contacted a university. Tip here, always scan and label your documents clearly before uploading, and do that in a PDF format. Okay, all right, let's move on to step-by-step application process. Now here is how to apply step by step. Step 1, choose your preferred universities and check if they are part of the CSC type A or type B list. You can find the list on the official CSC website or university admissions page. Step 2, register and log into the CSC online application system at studyinchina.csc.edu.cn. Then step 3, fill in your personal information and choose your program level. In this case, undergraduate or bachelor's, whatever pops out. Then step 4, impute the agency number. For embassy track, that is type A, use your country's embassy agency number. Are you following? For university track, which is type B, use the university's agency number. It is always available on their website. Then step 5, upload all required documents and submit your application online. Step 6, if you are applying under type A, submit hard copies to the Chinese embassy in your country before the deadline. Step 7, wait for updates. Shortlisting, recommendation, and final CSC confirmation usually happen between May and August 2026. Are you following? I bet you do. All right, let's move on to some common mistakes you should avoid. Let me save you some frustration, okay? Here are mistakes that cause about 80% of rejections. Uploading low quality or blurry scans, mixing up agency numbers, not following embassy or university instructions. You should read them thoroughly. Submitting incomplete recommendation letters, writing a weak or generic study plan. Remember, excellence doesn't happen by chance. It happens by preparation. So prepare, and prepare. Okay, you must be asking, why study in China? Even at an undergraduate level, if you're coming from Africa, I think that's quite far from home. So why China? China is one of the most affordable destinations for international education, offering world-class universities, cutting-edge technology, and a global mix of cultures. You will not only earn a respected degree, but you will also experience a growing economy that values innovation, science, and global cooperation. And yes, unlike many Western countries tightening their borders as we see on recent news, China continues to welcome international students through scholarships like CSC. So you see there, that's quite a generous one. Now here is the recommendation I promised and a bit of clarification. I would like to, clarify this once and for all. Between track A and B, some of you must be asking, which one should I go for as an undergraduate? I understand your concerns, so please pay attention to my answer. For me, from my heart, it's type A. That's the one you should go for. Yes, embassy track, that is type A. It's not just the better route, it's the best route for undergraduate applicants. It's usually the most recommended and reliable route. Here is why. I'll tell you 4 reasons. University track, type B, mainly favors graduate level applicants, that is master's and PhD. Also, many Chinese universities don't directly recruit undergraduates through the type B route. They tend to reserve their limited quota for postgraduate students who can contribute to research. Now, some exceptions exist, don't get me wrong. Certain universities, occasionally accept undergraduates via type B, but it's rare. Embassy track, on the other hand, covers more options. Through the Chinese embassy in your home country, you can apply to up to 2 universities and indicate your preferred major. For example, computer science. The embassy forwards your application to the CSC for matching, which increases your chances of getting placed. Are you following the logic? Okay. The second reason there is government preference. According to the CSC official website and several embassy guidelines, like the Chinese Embassy of Nigeria 2024 notice and CSC frequently asked questions, undergraduate applicants are strongly encouraged to apply via embassy recommendation rather than university recommendation. And finally, lastly, I don't know about you, but I think this type A will bring you way less of the hassle than the other type. Anyway, I wish you the best of luck. Okay, that's all about it. Was it a lot to take in? Take a deep breath and hear me. Hey, with God, all things are possible, and He will perfect all that concerns you. Amen. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who is dreaming of studying abroad. Drop your questions in the comments. I always read them and respond where I can. And just a gentle reminder, I am not an agent. I'm just someone who's been through this journey and wants to see you win too. Okay? So get started early, stay consistent, and keep believing, because your opportunity will come right on time. All right, thank you all for joining me today. Until next time, keep thriving. See you all in the next video. Bye.